most asked question is, will there be a season 9 of Dance Moms? And the answer to that question is Hey guys, what's up? It's Pressley and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be showing you guys my Dance Moms competition makeup routine, and I'm going to be answering your guys' Dance Moms questions. So let's get started. So to get started, I'm going to answer one question. I put a poll up on my Instagram and you guys asked me a bunch of questions, so I'm going to answer one of them right now. So the first question is, what was my favorite episode on Dance Moms? And my favorite episode has to be episode 15, and that was when I had my Flower Trail solo and Rising from the Ashes. That was my favorite solo, and that was my favorite group dance, so of course that'd be my favorite episode. And that was the first time I won first place on Dance Moms, so that was definitely my favorite. And first question done, now let's do the first step of my makeup routine. So the first step of my makeup routine is always primer, and I have my primer from Laura Mercier. So I'm just going to apply this all over my face. DanceMom_Ashley has some very bad allergies right now. So don't mind any sniffling in the background. Bless you. Okay. So, I am going to be moving on to foundation, but before I do that, I'm going to answer another question. Oh, this is a good one. I like this question. What was your go-to hairstyle on Dance Moms? So our go-to hairstyle, we had a lot of go-to hairstyles, I guess you could say, but we always did a high, messy bun. We did that a lot, or we did like a no-part middle bun, which was like my least favorite hairstyle ever. I looked like an egg. It was horrific. I did not like that one, but it's okay, it's fine. So the next thing is foundation, as I said, and I actually, right now, I switched up my foundation. I would usually use tinted moisturizer, but I don't know why, I've just been loving foundation lately. It's NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop Full Coverage Foundation. It's not really my shade. It's a little too dark for me, but I like to look tan, so. Okay guys, so my foundation is all done and blended in, and it looks pretty good. I didn't use too much because I don't want to overdo it. Now I'm going to be using concealer, and I'm going to do my concealer before I answer the next question. I'm using this Too Faced Born This Way Super Coverage Concealer. This is my favorite concealer. I always end up going back to this. I try to change it. It will never change. It is my favorite. I love it. And if I'm looking over here, like I say, usually I have a mirror right there. I look like Jeffree Star. Welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna answer a question while I blend in my concealer. Let's see. So the next question is, how many solos did you do on Dance Moms? Well, solos that were aired during episodes is different than solos that I did, because 2 of my solos got cut out, which is really sad, but it's okay because they did an episode where they showed all the unaired dances. But I had, let me think, Possessed, I had Resurrection Mary, Scissorhands, All or Nothing, Flower Child, and Annabelle. So I had 6 solos in all. I only had 4 solos aired, but I did 6 solos in all. Okay. So my concealer is all done, and now I'm going to move on to powder. And this is actually a new powder. I got it at BeautyCon, and I have like 4 of these at my house because I got so much makeup at BeautyCon. It's like so much. But this is from Dermablend, and I don't actually have any other products from them but this, and I really like their powder. So it's really good. is all done, and now I'm going to be moving on to contour. Well, bronzer, but contour at the same time. Abby loves to contour your face and your abs and your arms and your legs and your everything. She just loves contour. So does my mom. She's obsessed with contour. Okay, so the next question is a really great question. It's, how long is pyramid? So, on the show, pyramid is actually only like 5 minutes, maybe. We'll just say pyramid's like 5 hours. Okay, yeah, so it depends on how much the moms argue, but we have it blocked off from like 8 to 12, which is a very long time. But pyramid is very long. It is very, very, very long, and you're just standing there for like 4 hours, which is not fun. And she doesn't even get to ripping off the papers until like halfway through. That's why sometimes when they pan to my face, I just have like a straight face like this. That's because I've been standing there for like 2 hours already. And people are like, oh my God, Pressley looks like she's so unhappy. She looks so sad. And no, it's just because I've been staying there for like 3 hours looking at the papers. So let's just cover that up. But pyramid is very long. It's like, it ranges from like 2 to 4-ish hours. Yeah, I didn't know that until like the first day we got there. And they're like, oh yeah, so we're gonna go into pyramid until lunch, and it was like 7:30. I was like, what? So, but I love pyramid. So next up in my makeup routine is blush, and I'm using this blush from Milani, and this is my favorite blush. I love it so much. And depending on how much you use, it could be a lot more pigmented, or it could be pretty natural. So I'm gonna use a little bit more than I usually use today, since when you're on stage, you want it to be a little bit more pigmented and vibrant. Same on the other side. And my brush is from Morphe. If you couldn't tell, it's from Morphe. It's the James Charles blush collection. We all have the James Charles brush collection and the palettes. I have 4 James Charles palettes and counting, and 2 brush sets. I am obsessed. I have the mini James Charles palette and 3 regular size James Charles palettes. And I gave one to my mom, of course. You're welcome. And I gave her a brush set, so you're welcome. Again. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm gonna answer another question. So the next question that I got is, did you like living in Pittsburgh? And if I'm gonna be completely honest, I loved living in Pittsburgh. It was just so fun because we were all in like the same apartment complex. So we got to hang out with each other. It was basically like a 16-week play date. That's what we all say. It was so fun. I loved it so much, and I just wish we could go back. It was so fun. Living in Pittsburgh, yes, it was very, very, very cold for more than half of the season, but I loved it. I loved it so much. It was such a great experience, and I will cherish it forever. I loved living in Pittsburgh. I don't know why. I just loved it. So I am going to be moving on to eyebrows, and let me just say, I never filled in my eyebrows until we got to Pittsburgh, and I didn't fill them in until like 5 weeks in because Abby told me, oh yeah, your eyebrows are just way too light. They're too light. You have to fill them in. Like, I can't even see them. I didn't even realize that you have eyebrows. I'm like, okay. So now I fill them in, and I'm using this Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil. It's my favorite brow pencil. So I'm just going to brush my eyebrows up first. And I don't fill them in a crazy lot. I don't like give them like a different shape because I just am not really good at filling in my eyebrows like that. So I basically just make the shape I have darker, if that makes any sense. I like the color my eyebrows are now, but Abby didn't, so. So before I move on to my eyes, I am going to answer another question. So the next question is, do you perform your dances once or twice? And the answer is twice, but let me just say this. The first time we did it is when we get judged, and the second time is only that we have more angles for the camera. We do not get judged the second time or They just like to have a lot of different angles for the dances, so it's not just like one angle straight on. But that is the only reason that we do it twice, is not so we get judged multiple times or we get higher scores or we get lower scores. It's just we get judged on the first time we did it and the second time doesn't count, it's just for camera. Moving on, I'm moving on to eyeshadow, and I'm just doing, so on Dance Moms, we didn't really have a set eyeshadow look. I like to do like a pink or like a light brown, depending on what the dance is. Today I'm gonna be doing like a light brown. That's the story. So the first thing I'm gonna be doing is taking my eyeshadow brush. This is from BH Cosmetics. It's brush number 7, and I'm gonna take the beige and just put it all over my eyelid. So now I'm using, if you guys didn't know, I'm using my mini James Charles palette. I use this every single competition. I was the first to have the James Charles palette on the team, and then everybody got theirs after me because Abby loved it. She loved the James Charles palette so much that she got everybody addicted to it, and everybody went and bought it. But I love James Charles, I love his palettes, and yeah, so now I'm just going to be taking this light brown in the corner over here, not the corner, but on the end. I'm just gonna put it all over my eyelid. Okay, so I just put brown all over my eyes, and it's a light brown, kind of orangey. So now I'm going to go in with the same brush, and I'm gonna use this darker brown over here mixed with this one in the corner. I'm just gonna do it all over my eyelid, but before I do that, I'm gonna answer another question. So the next question is, did you like, and what was it like, traveling all the time on the show? And let me just say, the bus was literally the best part. Well, not the best, but one of the best parts of the entire experience. It is so fun, and it's just great getting to spend time with everybody. And it's just such long trips that you make such fun memories with everybody. It's just so much fun, and I love traveling in general. I've been bi-coastal for the past 3 years, so getting to take like 10-hour bus trips with like your best friends is just the greatest thing on the earth. I loved it. It was the best thing ever. So it was just so amazing, and of course I liked it because I'm just telling you guys all about it. It is the best. I miss it so much. I miss it a lot, but yeah. Oh. Okay, so both eyes are done, and they look very, very, very dark right now, and not too great, but that's just because I don't have lashes on. But before I do that, I'm going to curl my eyelashes and put on a little bit of mascara. Now that that's done, I'm gonna answer another question. So the next question is, what was your least favorite and your favorite part of being on the show? So I'm gonna start with least favorite, but my least favorite part was definitely the moms fighting and Abby yelling at you, because that just can be really hard on you mentally sometimes. So that was kind of hard on me most of the time. So I think that would be my least favorite part. But everything else was my favorite part. Everything else was such a great experience. But my favorite part was definitely getting to train with Abby and Gianna, because that was a long dream of mine since I was a little girl. So that was a dream come true. But also getting to make friendships, and I learned so much. So everything was my favorite, except for the fighting and getting yelled at part. Okay, so while I let my mascara dry a little bit so I don't get it all over my eyes, I'm going to be answering a couple more questions, but the next question is, do you wish sometimes that your mom would have just stayed quiet? Let's just say yes, 1,000% yes, 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 yes. I wish she would just sit upstairs. Actually, I wish she would just drop me off, leave, and come back and pick me up. That's what she does in real life, but yes, I just wish she would have stayed quiet because Abby hates when the moms talk. Like, she hates it with all of her heart. So yes, I do wish that my mom would have stayed quiet. So the next question is, it's not really a question, they're telling me that they want me to tell you guys how I found out that I was gonna be on Dance Moms. And so this is actually a really funny story. I was at Jump's dance convention in Washington, D.C., and I was sitting on the side of the room because I had a nosebleed during musical theater class, and my dad showed me the phone, and I was very confused because Abby said, big announcement coming tomorrow. That was the day before. And I didn't really think anything of it because I just thought that maybe I just didn't get it since it's been a while. It was January and we auditioned in August, September. I'm not really sure, but in the beginning of September, end of August. So I thought I just didn't get it or they weren't doing it anymore. So my dad showed me the phone and it said, following your kids report to Pittsburgh. And it was I was so nervous, but my name was the first one to pop up. So it was literally like a dream come true, and it was just so crazy, and I am so thankful. And yeah, that's the story of how I found out I got Dance Moms. Now that my mascara is all dry, I'm moving on to lashes. And I'm using these lashes from BH Cosmetics. They're pretty natural. Alright guys, so I got the other lash on and it actually makes my eyeshadow look so much better and I'm so happy. And this is the finished eye look for what I do on Dance Moms for my makeup, but this is not the end of the makeup. I have the end of the makeup look. So I have a few more questions to answer and a few more steps in my makeup routine. But before I move on, I'm going to answer another question. And this question is, what was it like the first time you walked into Aldc Pittsburgh? So I've been to Aldc Pittsburgh once or twice before, so it wasn't the first time I technically walked in, but it was the first time on the show, and it was just so cool, like with all the cameras and just knowing that like they filmed so many seasons beforehand there, and like my dance idols growing up danced there on camera also. So it was just such an awesome feeling getting to dance inside that studio while filming Dance Moms, so it was really cool. So the next step to my makeup routine is highlight. And I'm using this Fenty Beauty highlight stick. And I'd like to point out, I am not a makeup artist at all. So it's not perfect. I'm sure James Charles could do way better than I'm doing right now. But I'm trying and I love makeup. It just makes me so happy doing it. And I know I'm not a professional, so I just like to say that. So now that my highlight's all done, I actually only have one step left after this, and I'm gonna answer a question before I do that, and I'm gonna answer the most asked Dance Moms question ever. Okay, so the next question is, what was my favorite argument between the moms on the seasons beforehand? And this is definitely my favorite argument of all time, even in season 8, is between Jill and Black Patsy. And it wasn't the argument that was funny, it was Christy's interview that they put in between. It was so funny. And all right, so I don't have the one that we usually use, so I'm using this. I don't know how to say the brand, but it's close-ish to the color that we use. It's like a dark nude, I guess you could say. Abby always likes me to overline my top lips, and she tells me I have a small top lip. Thanks, Abby. So I'm just gonna do that really quickly. All right, so now my top lip's overlined, and not gonna lie, it actually looks better now. So like I said, I'm going to take this Anastasia Doobie setting spray and just spray it on my face. And that is my makeup look all complete, but that is not the end of the video. As I promised, I'm going to answer the most asked question that I've been getting recently, and that is, will there be a season 9 of Dance Moms? And the answer to that question is, I don't know. I have no idea. I wish I could tell you guys a yes or a no, just so you guys know, but I have no clue at all. But I have no idea. I really wish that I knew, and I really wish I could tell all you guys. I have no absolute clue at all of what, if we're going back or if we're not. But in the meantime, if you want to see more of me, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you can go see my new Brat TV show called Stage Fright. It's coming out this March, at the end of March, and I really am excited for you guys to see it. It is new. Has nothing to do with dance at all. It is all acting, and I'm really excited for you guys to see this new project that I've been working on. It is going to be amazing, and I can't wait for you guys to see me doing something other than dancing. But until the end of March, subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on those post notifications so you never miss a chance to see me, and give this video a big thumbs up and get it to 10,000 likes if you guys want to see the Dance Moms hairstyle. Also, if you guys like this sweatshirt, it says Sweet Pea on it. There's a huge announcement coming soon, and it involves sweatshirts and clothes with my name on it, so I think you know where I'm going with this. But stay tuned. See you guys next time. Bye.